Okay, hello. I'm back. I'm Mambi at church service. So for this week, allow me to present to you my lesson for week 5 and 6, which is about seconds, tangents, segments, and sectors of a circle. So we're going to have week 5 first, which is about finding the sector, segment, and arc length of a circle. So objectives of our lesson this week are as follows. First, identify the sector, segment, and arc length of a circle. Second, differentiate a sector from a segment of a circle. And third, solve word problems about sector, segment, and arc length of a circle. Okay, so this sounds interesting, isn't it? But before that, let us have a drill. I guess that this is something new to you about sector and segment of a circle. So I just want to find out if you did some advanced reading on our topic. So directions. Identify whether the following describes a sector or segment of a circle. So before you compute for the sector and segment, you must first identify the difference between the two. When it is a sector and when it is a segment. So, ano kaya ang itsura ng sector at ano kaya ang itsura ng segment? So, in that way, you will know the proper formulas to be used whenever you find for the sector and segment of a circle. Yan. So, dapat alam nyo muna ano ba itsura talaga niyan, ha? So, let's begin. So, I'll give you 5 illustrations. Yan. Yan ang 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yan. So, I'll give you 1 minute to analyze which of this is a sector and a segment. Okay, let's see if your guess is right. And the answers are... Yan. Number 1, sector. Number 2, segment. Number 3, segment. Number 4, sector. And number 5, sector. Yan. So, ilan ang itinama ninyo? So, pag nakuha nyo lahat yung 5, ibig sabihin, madali nyo na masosolve yung mga susunod nating examples. Kasi alam nyo nang mag-identify. Nadoble pala yung word kong answeran eh. Now, dun sa ating napiling sector, so when we say sector, it is the region bounded by 2 radii and their intercepted arc. So, ito po yung mga sector na naibigay natin kanina. Tingnan nyo example. Ganyan pala ang itsura na sector, ha? Para siyang pizza pie, di ba? Na hinati-hati natin. Yung portion na hinati-hati na yan. Gaano kalaki siya? Yun ang sector. Okay, tingnan natin pa. Yan. So, the figure represents a sector of a circle because there is a region bounded by 2 radii and their intercepted arc. Which are, yan. So, ito yung sector. Ito yung pinaka-region na binuo out of 2 radii at yung kanyang intercepted arc. Ayan, yung isang radius at ito yung pangalawa. And we call it segment AB and segment BI. And of course, ayan ang intercepted arc. Which is arc AI. So, you see ha, ang region na yon ay kapag binuo siya ng dalawang radii at intercepted arc, bali na-connect natin yung dalawang endpoints ng segment, yun, nakabuo na tayo ng sector. So, kumbaga itong isang buong pizza pie ay hinati sa 4, kinuha mo yung 1/4. O, kinain mo yung isang bahagi na yon. So, yun ay sector. So kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, notice that the shaded region is 1/4 of the circle. And that is equal to 90 degrees. Bakit? Kasi alam naman natin na isang circle ay equivalent to 360 degrees. Makikita nyo naman sa figure, kinuha ko yung ika-4 na bahagi nitong circle. So 90. Kasi 360 divided by 4 is 90. Yan. So, dapat aware din kayo dun sa shaded region na yon. Anong part siya ng 360 degrees? Kasi yun ang aalamin natin mamaya. Kukunin natin yung area ng sector. Ano naman ang segment? Katulad nito, ito yung segment. Kita nyo naman iba ang itsura niya sa sector. Kumbaga sa pizza, ito lang yung parang crust. Yung nasa tabi, 'di ba? Yung medyo matigas na bahagi ng pizza pie. Actually, yun ang paborito ko eh. Ayoko nang masyadong malambot. Gusto ko matigas. So, yan ang parang crust ng pizza pie. So, the figure represents a segment of a circle because there is a region, this time, bounded by an arc and a chord. Ayan, so you see the difference. Kanina sa sector, it is a region bounded by 2 radii and intercepted arc. Ito namang segment, intercepted arc and a chord. Yan. Kaya makikita ninyo, yung shaded region ay hindi dumaan sa radius. So, may radius tayo dito. Makikita nyo sa ating example. Pero, ang pinaka-shaded region ay nandun. Nasa bandang dulo. So, gabi ko nga hangin na parang nasa crush siya ng pizza pie. Yan. Okay, so yan ang pinaka-segment na tinatawag. And that's the arc and especially the chord. Yan. So, the arc is arc BM and the chord is segment BM. So, yun ang hahanapin nyo para sa isang segment. So, ano naman ang mapupunan nyo? The shaded region is between the arc and the chord. Kasi may masasabi nyo, may arc at chord naman po dun sa kabilang bahagi ng circle eh. So, meron ngang arc and chord. Pero, ang merong pinaka-shaded part ay narito sa bandang taas. So, kung nasan yung pinaka-shaded part, yung pinaka-shaded region, yun ang tatawagin nating segment. Okay, so ngayon, let's have a drill. Below are examples of sector of a circle. Can you give me the measure of the angles represented by the shaded region? So, para ma-compute ninyo yung area of the sector, kailangan ma-determine ninyo yung measure of the angles. Kasi, di ba, importante yun. Tandaan ninyo, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito is area of a circle. So, napag-aralan nyo na dati yung area of a circle during your lower years. So, alam natin na siya ay the area of a circle is equivalent to pi r squared. Dito, kukunin lang natin yung sector, yung just a part of a circle, not the entire circle. So, in that way, it is best for you to determine the measure of the angles. Kasi sometimes, bibigyan kayo ng problem na hindi naka-indicate kung ano ang measure ng angle. Bale, figure lang siya. So, hindi given ang measure of the angles. Kaya dapat, praktisado kayo on how to determine the measure of the angle. So, basta ang iisipin nyo lang, and always remember that one complete revolution of a circle is 360 degrees. And then, syempre, yung mga part na yun, yung mga sector na yun, ay yung division ng circle from 360 degrees. Tingnan natin. Yan. These are the 4 figures. Yung mga kulay, yun yung mga shaded region. So, tingnan nyo yung circle 1. Hinati siya saan? Sa ilan? Circle 2, hinati siya sa ilan, tapos medyo maliit lang yung siyang shaded. Ayan. So, tingnan natin. Number 1 is, 180 degrees. Kasi hinati lang sa dalawa ang circle. So, 360 divided by 2 is 180. Figure 2. So, it's 90 degrees. Kasi, parang hinati siya sa 4, diba? Kinuha lang yung isang part. So, 360 divided by 4 is 90. Next. 270. Parang yung may connection yung number figure 2 and figure 3. 'Di ba? Kasi alam natin na kung hinati siya sa 4 at kinuha ko yung isang bahagi na 90, may natirang 3 bahagi. Therefore, 360 minus 90 equals 270. 'Di ba? So that's one way. Another, alam natin ng 1/4 of a circle is 90. Lumalabas dito sa shaded na to ay 3 1/4. So that means 3 90. Kaya 3 times 90 is 270. Then yung figure 4 naman, it's 45 degrees. Bakit? So, i-relate uli natin sa figure 2, which is 90. Mukha siyang kalahati lang nun, di ba? Mukhang kalahati lang siya nitong 90. So, ang kalahati ng 90 ay 45. Yan. So, you see it is best that you know how to determine the measure of the angles even though it is not given. Next. Okay, so ngayon, let's proceed to our lesson proper, which is finding the area of a sector of a circle. So, paano nga ba yan nakukuha? So, the area of a sector, so, ulitin natin, base sa naging illustration natin kanina, ay, it is the region bounded by 2 radii of the circle and their intercepted arc. So, titingnan ninyo, present ba yan, characteristics na yan para maging sector. Kasi, hindi naman sasabihin sa inyo kung anong gagamitin ninyong formula, kung area of a sector ba or area of a segment. So, ang tatandaan yun yung elements ng para ma-determine na siya sector, which are with 2 radii and intercepted arc. So, to find the area of a sector of a circle, get the product of the ratio of the central angle and 360 degrees and the area of the circle. Yan. So, we will just get, so tandaan ninyo ha. So, pag sinabi natin sector, we just refer to just part of the circle, not the entire circle. Kaya, we need to know the ratio of the measure of the central angle and the 360 degrees. And then after that, we multiply it with the area. So in symbol, the area of a sector is equal to the measure of the central angle over 360 times pi r squared. O, bakit biglang lumitaw dito yung central angle? Okay, remember that the sector was derived from 2 radii. Eh, syempre, kapag ang radii ay involved, that means to say, the vertex of the angle is at the center of the circle. So it goes that it is a central angle. Diba? So, basta ang vertex ay nasa central angle, nasa center ng circle, then it's a central angle. Or, simplify natin ang formula. It's equal to pi r squared c over 360. So, anong meaning ng mga symbols na yan? C is the central angle in degrees. R is the radius of the circle, and pi, which we will use approximately 3.14. Kasi pi is an irrational number, so we do not know where it will end. So, para tayo magkaroon ng uniform answer, let's just use or apply 3.14 for value of pi. Para mas malaman paano mag-solve ng area of a sector, so let's have an example. So, find the area of the sector of radius 6 centimeters and its central angle is 60 degrees. Yan. So, kumbaga itong figure na to ay pasok na pasok siya sa finding the area of a sector of a circle. So, may radius na given at saka mayroong angle. At yung angle na yon ay central angle. So, use the formula pi r squared c over 360 degrees. So, let's substitute. So, that's equal to 3.14 times 6 centimeters to the second power times 60 over 360 degrees. So, kukunin natin yung square ng 6. That becomes 36 times 60 times 3.14. Then, the product divided by 360. So, we will get 18.84 square centimeters. Okay, so don't forget the unit of measurement whenever we deal with area. So, it's two-dimensional in form. That means the unit of measurement should be raised to the second power. So, without the exponent of 2, your answer will be wrong. Kasi, di ba, may length at saka width yan dun sa dati sa polygon. Yun ang two-dimensional. So, dito naman, yung centimeter, in-square natin, di ba? So, that means centimeter times centimeter. So, that's square centimeters. Kaya, lumalabas yung to the second power. So, tandaan ha, kapag pinag-uusapan ay area. So, kailangan ng sagot ay laging raised to the second power. So, alam na ba ang pag-solve ng area per sector? So, let's proceed now to lesson 2. So, finding the area of a segment of a circle. So, ano naman ang kaibahan nito? So, a segment of a circle is the region bounded by an arc and its chord. Yan. So, present pa rin si Miss Arc. Ngayon naman, ang kapalit naman ng radius kanina ay chord naman. So, to find the area of the shaded segment, subtract the area of triangle from the area of a sector. So, bakit biglang lumabas si Mr. Triangle? Makikita nyo mamaya. Let's have an example. Find the area of the shaded region. Ito ang shaded region na tinutukoy ko. So, syempre, sa itsura pa lamang, talagang segment na segment siya. So, ang gagamitin nating formula ay pang segment of a circle. Hindi yung kangina, ha? Hindi yung pi r squared c over 360 degrees. So, the area of a segment is equal to the area of a sector minus area of a triangle. Bakit nagkaroon siya ng triangle? So, kung makikita nyo sa figure, di ba may given tayong 5 centimeters? 5 centimeter dyan. Kapag na-connect ko yung WB, makakabuo uli ako ng isa pang radius. Di ba? Isa pang radius. And then, kung kukunin ko tong intercepted arc nila na BM, pati na rin tong 2 radii, di pasok siya dun sa definition kanina ng area per sector, which is composed of 2 radii and an intercepted arc. So, kaya gagamitin talaga natin yung formula ng area per sector. Pero, since hindi naman siya totally shaded lahat, di ba sa sector kailangan totally shaded lahat. Yun lamang dulo ang may shaded. Kaya, ito lang naman ang kailangan natin. Hindi yung kabuuan ng may shaded na yan. Hindi kabuuan ng circle. So, magkakaroon ng may sasubtract natin. Bakit area pa triangle? Bakit hindi area pa square o area pa circle? Kasi makita nyo itong white part na ito ay shape of a triangle. Diba? To simplify, the area of a segment is equal to pi r squared c over 360 minus 1/2 r squared times sine 60. Yan. Kaya, alam naman natin na ang area per sector ay pi r squared c over 360. Ngayon, makita nyo, may bagong formula doon sa pagkuha ng triangle. Ang alam ko po, ang area of triangle is equal to 1/2 BH. So, yun, gagamitin natin yun kung available yung data, kung may base at kung may height. Which is, sa figure natin, wala naman. So, and we cannot determine ano ba talaga yung base, ano yung height. Kaya, para sa area ng triangle in a circle, we will use sine C. Again, C refers to the measure of the central angle. So, sine is, napag-aralan nyo naman ng grade 9, ibig sabihin ng sine, di ba? So it's so. Meaning, sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So, dahil involved dito yung values ng, this is application of trigonometric functions. So, gagamit tayo ng scientific calculator para natin makuha yung value ng sine C. To continue, so 3.14 times 5 centimeter to the second power times 150 over 360 minus 1/2 times 5 centimeter to the second power times sine 150. Yan. So, na-substitute ko na yung value ng C, which is 150. And then, I will perform the innermost pair, o shall I say, yung, di ba, ano naman tayo? PEMDAS. Meaning, parenthesis, exponent. So, we will get the square of 5. And the square of 5 is 25. Yan. Now, sine 150 is equivalent to 0.5. So, I use scientific calculator. So, ganun din kayo. You use scientific calculator. Kung wala kayong scientific calculator, pwede kayo mag-download. So, punta kayo sa Play Store and then download an app or a scientific calculator. So, bakit naging 25 over 2 to? Diba yung 5 centimeter to the second power is equivalent to 25. So, 5 times 5 is 25 over 2. Now, simplifying, multiply all the numerators. So, we will get 11,775 square centimeters over 360 minus 25 divided by 2. 25 times 0.5 is 12.5 divided by 2. And then, so after you perform this, you will get 26.46 square centimeters. Yan. So, how did you find this area of a shaded region? So, mas madali o mas mahirap ng konti. So, konti lang compared to area of a sector. And now, for our last lesson, which is finding the arc length of a circle. So, ano naman to? Nasa naman ang arc length? Ang alam ko, sabi nyo, ma'am, pag sinabi di po bang length ay it pertains to something na hindi naman siya curve. Something na siya ay plane. It's a flat. It's flat. Ito po ay circle. So, may length ba ang circle? Makikita nyo mamaya kung bakit may length ang circle. So, arc length is the distance along the curved line making the arc, not a degree amount. What does it mean? So, ito ay galing sa isang curved line. Siyempre, kukunin natin siya dun sa arc. Gaano kahaba yung line na nasa arc. Sabi dito, it's not a degree amount. So, ang pinag-uusapan dito yung haba. Hindi naman yung measure ng angle. Kaya, huwag nyo sabihin na, the length of an arc is 36 degrees. No. That's totally wrong. Kasi ang pinag-uusapan dito yung haba. How long is it? So, tingnan nyo dito. Yun. Ito ang sinasabing arc length. So, it is the part of the circumference of the circle or of any curve. Yan. So, makikita nyo siya sa circumference of the circle or kahit nasaan na merong curve. Oh, kumbaga hindi siya straight. May curve. Parang katawan ko, may curve kahit papaano, may korte. Oops. So, the length of an arc can be determined by using the proportion, the measure of the central angle over 360 is equal to arc length over 2 pi r. Oh, so yung 2 pi r since, diba, sa circumference of a circle, laging it's equivalent to 2 pi r. Oh, so, apply din siya dito. Ngayon, dahil lang kukunin natin yung arc length, i-derive natin yung formula. So, ayan ang derivation natin. So, the arc length is equal to the measure of the arc over 360 times 2 pi r. Alam naman natin na, di ba, yung lesson natin dati, the measure of the central angle is equal to the measure of each intercepted arc. So, pwede rin natin gamitin yung formula arc length is equal to the measure of the central angle over 360 times 2 pi r. Masisimplihan ko pa. So, tandaan ninyo na in the given proportion, 360 is the degree measure of the whole circle, while 2 pi r is the circumference. So, always remember that principle. Okay, so example, if the measure of an angle is 70 degrees and the radius is 8 meters, what is the length of the arc intercepted by the angle? Ayan, so makita nyo yung figure natin, may radius na 8 meters at may angle na 70 degrees. So, ang hahanapin natin ay yung length of the arc intercepted by the angle. Yan. So, ito yung maliit na bahagi na to. So, by substitution, arc length is equal to the measure of the central angle is 70 over 360 times 2 times 3.14 times 8. So, multiply all the numerators. So, 70 times 2 times 3.14 times 8 is equal to 3,516.8 divided by 360. So, pwede kayong gumamit ng calculator. So, the answer is 9.77 meters. Ito naman ang tatandahan ha. Pag sa arc length, there is the unit of measurement is only raised to the first power. Kasi hindi naman natin multiply ang unit ng dalawang beses, di ba? So, isa lang. So, it's 9.77 meters. So, thank you. I guess that's all for today. I hope you learned something about finding the area of a sector, a segment, and the arc length of a circle. So once again, thank you for listening. I hope you learned something. I am Ma'am B or Ma'am Bayaras, now signing off. So again, feel free to ask me if you have some problem. Just mag-PM lamang o kaya ay mag-send sa aking email. So that's all for today. Bye-bye. And keep safe everyone. Love you all.